Welcome to a new episode of Democracy at the Crossroads, a platform where we speak truth to power. Today our focus will once again be on the Election Commission of India. In the last episode, we discussed how our important Election Commission has prevaricated in taking action against Prime Minister Modi despite his patent lies and brazen minority bashing.
पहले जब उनकी सरकार थी उन्होंने कहा था कि देश की संपत्ति पर पहला अधिकार मुसलमानों का है। इसका मतलब ये संपत्ति इकट्ठी करके किसको बांटेंगे? जिनके ज्यादा बच्चे हैं उनको बांटेंगे।
Today we will discuss how a coward election commission has set a terrible precedent 5 days after the Prime Minister made the hate speech. Instead of issuing a show cause notice to Prime Minister Modi, the Election Commission had sent out an advisory to the president of the ruling party, the Bharatiya Janata Party, asking him to ensure that its star campaigners follow the model code of conduct. Mind you, so far, for any violation of the model code of conduct, individual speakers had been sent notice by the Election Commission of India. But to bail out our Prime Minister, the Election Commission has shifted its stance. It has created a new precedent, a terrible precedent, so to speak. The Commission now says political parties will have to take primary responsibility for the conduct of their candidates, their star campaigners. What a joke! A stern notice to the Prime Minister for gross violation of the Model Code of Conduct would have acted as a deterrent for other similarly inclined communal elements in the political stage. Instead, the Election Commission sent out an appeal for restraint. And see the bigger joke. A coward Election Commission even did not dare to send that appeal, that advisory, to the Prime Minister himself. It sent the missive to the BJP President, who is just a doormat for Prime Minister Modi. By doing this, the Election Commission tells us that it is spineless when it comes to taking action against the Prime Minister directly. In 2007, the Election Commission had not pulled punches in issuing warning even to the topmost leader of the ruling party, the then ruling party Congress, Sonia Gandhi, even as the Congress party was in power. Why a different rule for the Prime Minister today? Why is the Election Commission so scared of issuing a warning to Prime Minister Modi? You, the Election Commission, if you think that the opposition's charges against Prime Minister Modi is not valid, then you say so clearly and openly. That way, the entire political establishment will come to know as to what gutter level they can stoop down to in their speeches without facing any adverse consequences whatsoever. But that is not the case here. You, Election Commission, you do not dismiss the charge against the Prime Minister, but you dare not convey to him directly that he was doing wrong. So you have the brainwave that you will send a missive for the Prime Minister to his party's president. That too indirectly. Just as our Prime Minister, who often talks about his 56-inch ki chhati while challenging the nation's enemies. But the same Prime Minister does not dare to take the name of China in any of his speeches. Our Election Commission, despite all its bravado about disciplining the violators of the Model Code of Conduct with an iron hand, dares not point the accusing finger at Prime Minister Modi. Even after repeated violations of the Model Code of Conduct by him, supporters of the Prime Minister, of course, spring to the defense of the servile Election Commission. They say that no Prime Minister has been served notice by the Election Commission in the past. But these servile men forget that no Prime Minister in the past was so uncivilized, so uncouth, that he or she would characterize Muslims as child-producing machines. No other Prime Minister of India, not even Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the other BJP Prime Minister we have had in this country, had called Muslim citizens of India infiltrators in our own country. No Prime Minister in the past had told brazen lies about the election manifesto of an opposition party.
वो एक सोने का कीमत का मुद्दा नहीं है, उसके जीवन के सपनों से जुड़ा हुआ है। तुम उसे छीनने की बात कर रहे हो अपने मैनिफेस्टो में। गोल ले लेंगे, सबको वितरित कर देंगे। और पहले जब उनकी सरकार थी उन्होंने कहा था कि देश की संपत्ति पर पहला अधिकार मुसलमानों का है।
Lies that can be nailed easily. When that defense is gone, the BJP's party spokesman offer another lame excuse in TV debates while answering questions on Prime Minister's lies. They say everything is fair in war and politics. What a saying. Narendra Modi is one Prime Minister who has brought down the political discourse to a level where the riffraff of his party reveled in the earlier years. Our Prime Minister thinks communal polarization is fine so long as it consolidates its support base during the elections. Mr. Modi's predecessors maintained a certain dignity, a certain decorum of office, while engaging in political verbal duel with the opposition, even during the elections. That explains why no previous Prime Minister had got an Election Commission notice for violation of the Model Code of Conduct. Narendra Modi is the first Prime Minister of our country who has debased his high constitutional office. He deserved to be put on notice, but he has got away because of the cowardice of our Election Commission. Indian democracy is the clear loser here.